Bonjour mon petit chifle, Amber here, and happy December. Can you please? Happy December. I'm here because it is monthly favorites time. I don't have too many favorites from November, but I thought I would still sit down and talk you through the few that I have. Sorry if you can hear the child running around upstairs. Don't live in an apartment, guys. Okay, the first two favorites are both clothing favorites, and actually both items are what I was wearing in my last month's favorite video. They're both merch, band merch. The first of which is this necklace, which is my absolute favorite thing right now. It is a rose gold plated rectangle necklace. If you look closely, you can see 1975 engraved in it. And I don't think there's much I have to say after that, because obviously it's the 1975 merch. I got it from the concert last month in Pittsburgh. I wanted the original design, which was the pure rose gold necklace. You know, they never actually put it on the website. I've been wearing it absolutely every day, and I don't really wear necklaces like that. I love necklaces, but like to look at, but I don't wear them like constantly. I'll put one on if I'm going out or something, but this is always on. I love rose gold, and I think it lays very nicely. The second is the shirt, the tour shirt that I got from the same concert. I will put it here. It's the oversized tour t-shirt, and the picture on the front was like one of their first Twitter profile pictures from like 2012, like early 2013. So it's like a nod to the old era, which they're doing a lot lately, and I love it. I'm here for it. I just think it looks really cool on me. Obviously, it's this one, the tour shirt, is not as oversized as it could be because, you know, tall and boobs, but I still love it and it's very comfortable. So I have a YouTube favorite, and this is not new at all. I feel like I mentioned it when it first came out. I mentioned the song when it first came out, but this is a video that goes with it. The Love Makes the World Go Round, you know, the song for Orlando by J-Lo and Lin-Manuel Miranda, my fave. But I finally, somehow I hadn't watched the making of video, and I don't know, I've just been obsessed with that video and obsessed with the song. And I think right now, in this point in time in this country and in the world, that message is more necessary than ever. I have 3 shows that I've been obsessed with in November, the first of which I feel a little late to. Oh my god. And it's Black Mirror, all the rage right now, and I saw a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, and I finally jumped on the bandwagon, and I'm so glad I did. If you don't know, it's kind of like, it's sort of like a futuristic sci-fi sort of show. It's a series made up of like standalone episodes, which I think is a really cool concept. It's kind of like a futuristic sci-fi version of The Twilight Zone, a television anthology series that shows the dark side of life and technology. Each one kind of draws you in with like the cool technology and stuff, but it kind of it's like how much, and it's also sort of like a cautionary tale of, because in the 21st century right now, everyone's very caught up in technology, and what's the next new gadget, and what's the next thing that's going to make life a lot easier, and or like so caught up in social media and I guess the validation from other people you don't know. I'm very guilty of that myself, and it just like I said, explores the dark side and like the consequences of things like that. My favorite episode, I loved San Junipero. White Bear Messed Me Up. Shut Up and Dance is the one that like took me for a loop. I did not see that coming. The ending with Kenny. Oh my god. Okay, the next show, I'm actually not finished it yet. I've been sidetracked by other things, but I've been watching The Crown lately. I love it. I have always just loved the royal family, and I think it's fascinating. I have always been fascinated with like the British monarchy in general, not just the Windsors. Like I said, I just think it's really fascinating. I think the acting, amazing. The storyline is, as of right now, I love the story and the progression, and yeah, I also think the matchup of the characters is phenomenal. Like the actors like the resemblance to the actual people they're portraying is incredible. And the last show I've been waiting for 9 years. Like everyone else on the planet, I got sucked back into Stars Hollow and binge watched Gilmore Girls: A Year in the Life. I have always been such a huge Gilmore Girls fan. I wanted to be Rory Gilmore when I was like 10. I wanted to go to Harvard because Rory wanted to go to Harvard. And I always say like Lorelai and Rory remind me a lot of me and my mom. So the day they announced the revival of Gilmore Girls, I lost it. It lived up to my expectations. I mean, the ending made me really, really mad, and I'm just saying, I hope you don't think you're not going to do another season of this, because that's not going to sit well with me. It felt like a continuation, whereas another show, revival, reboot, sequel type deal on Netflix that I got really hyped up for and then watched it and couldn't get past 3 episodes, and I hated it, and now they're making the second season's about to come out, and I'm really upset about it. Didn't feel like the show I'm talking about is Fuller House. Like I said, Full House was another show I always just loved so much, grew up watching, felt so connected to, and I had a lot of expectations for Fuller House, and I was very let down. Not so much with Gilmore Girls. Did I say Gossip Girl? I'm kind of want to just like shake Rory and be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you like this? But the revival still held very true to Gilmore Girls, and I'm very pleased. Books. I have 3 books, and it's no surprise, every November I read the same 3 books. And for the 7th, I have reread the Hunger Games trilogy. There's nothing else really that I have to say that I haven't already said. These are some of my favorite books ever. And what I love is that, you know, sometimes when you read a book and you love it, and then you read it again and it's kind of not as amazing as you thought it was, and you kind of pick it apart and you're just like, why did I love this so much? I know I've had that a few times, but it's not the case with the Hunger Games. Like I said, this is the 7th time I read them, and every single time I love the story just as much as the first time I read it. I'm always as fully engrossed and immersed and just obsessed, and my heart breaks the same way it did the first time. I cry at the same parts. I get angry at the same parts, and just I love Katniss so much. I feel like when my writing gets in the world, you'll see that, like, if there were ever a female character that would influence my female characters, not like a plagiarism type way, but just that I want a similar spirit, it'd definitely be Katniss Everdeen. My Peeta, and I love Finnick. I don't know, I think this time around, I've always loved Finnick, but I just feel like I love him even more than ever right now. I don't know why. I feel like, to me, I've always loved Finnick, but he's also always been like an underappreciated character to me. But like this time when I was reading Catching Fire, I was like, oh my god, I love Finnick, and I love the world of the Hunger Games. I mean, I don't want to live in that world, but I just love Suzanne Collins' writing and her world building, character building. I've also been marathoning. Every time I finish one of the books, I'll watch the movie. So I have to actually watch both Mockingjay films. Okay, so lastly, I have some music favorites. The first of which I meant to mention last month, but again, I have been obsessed with the music from Waitress, the musical. Jesse Mueller's voice is incredible. I can't stop listening to She Used to Be Mine, and also Bad Idea. I just love it. I love it. I mean, I was obsessed with Waitress before when I just listened to the just Sarah Bareilles' performance of it. Oh, anyway, next is an EP. I think it's an EP. Yeah, it's Someone Else's Dream by my loves Paradise Fears. They are not dead, guys. Hallelujah, amen. They released Someone Else's Dream, which is basically, it's not an acoustic album, but it's like it's semi-acoustic album. It's compiled of reworkings from Life in Real Time, as well as two completely new songs, and it's honestly so beautiful. I say this like I'm surprised. I'm never ever surprised. I mean, I'm always surprised, but I expect Paradise Fears to be incredible, but it's still surprising just how incredible they are. The reworking of Color is beautiful. I love Color so much. Sam's voice in the chorus of the reworked version of Sleep is honestly so pretty. And then the two new songs, oh, I love them, and I see them next month, and I couldn't be happier. It's been a year since I've seen them. It'll be, when I see them, it will have been exactly a year. It'll be like 2 days after the last time I saw them. Not that you care. So going with bands that I love and see frequently, or not as frequently as well, that's Paradise Fears. The next, you shouldn't be surprised. The 1975 concert, yes, that made my favorites that I went to on the 1st of November in Pittsburgh. I road tripped to Pittsburgh. 7-hour bus trip. Whew. And then I slept on a sidewalk for like 12 hours. I didn't sleep for 12 hours, but hung out on a sidewalk. It was freezing, by the way, but it was worth it because I was like one off Barricade, which is like a first. This was quite possibly one of the best concerts, not just 1975 concerts, one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Not solely because, you know, that's my favorite band and I was like at the Barricade basically. I mean, that, yes, incredible. Oh my god, yes. First of all, musically, holy crap, it was everything. The lights, if you get a chance to see the 1975 live, do not pass it up. It's an experience, not just musically, but like, I hate to be so Tumblr, but like aesthetically, everything works together and it's art, and I love it. I love the whole concept of this. I love this whole band and the whole, like, every little piece that makes this band what they are. Whew. So not just that, not just the fact that Maddie was so happy, and like Happy Maddie makes me happy, and like Ross was so smiley, and Han was killing me with those guitar solos, and not just that, but the fact that this crowd was the best crowd I've ever been in. There was no pushing. The last time I saw them was the Lion King incident, where the entire crowd toppled over. So to go from that to this, where everyone's calm, everyone has this sort of like camaraderie and just like support of each other, it was so awesome. And I just wish Philadelphia could be like that, but I guess Philly's always intense no matter what the band is. I mean, of course there were incidents, but like mainly the Barricade crew were like, we were all the crew that was like sleeping outside together, so we had already had that bond. So any drama came from the people that were after like the first 100 people in the line. So, and then just being in Barricades, such an amazing experience. And like, I hate to be one of those girls, but the amount of eye contact I had with this man, like, okay, I love the song Paris. I love all the 1975 songs, but it's like not my favorite off of I Like It When You Sleep. But like after that concert, I have this new emotional connection with the song that I never had before, because if you aren't familiar with Paris in the 1975, at the end of the song, while they're singing the chorus in the background, it's like, how I love to go to Paris again. So under that, it's like, don't you wanna go to Paris again? Like the majority of the crowd singing the how I love to go to Paris again and again. So I'm like the only person that was singing the don't, well, at least in my vicinity. I don't know about anyone else. Someone else was like, excuse me, no you weren't, but I don't know. singing the "Don't you wanna go," and Maddie was singing that part too, like mouthing that part, and like he looks at me and just gives me the most genuine smile. Like it wasn't one of his like smirky little sexy stage smiles. It was like so genuine, and my heart melted, and it was like, oh. So now every time I listen to the song, I think of that. So not that you care, but that was an amazing show, and there of course is a vlog that I will link below. Warning, it's quite long. They didn't sing Robbers. I'm hurt, but that was my first time seeing them where I didn't hear Robbers live. But hopefully, I see them on Tuesday again. I'm going to New York for the Pandora holiday show, so if they don't play Robbers, Maddie, square up. Moving on, because I could honestly keep babbling, and I don't know how long that I've just sat here and talked about this concert and this band, so I'm gonna move on. The next is a holiday album, and I'm so excited. Leslie Odom Jr.'s Simply Christmas is everything. It's everything. The first few minutes of it opening, I think it was Have Yourself a Little Christmas, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I was in tears. His voice, as my friend Maggie said, is like honey. It's pure honey. His voice is one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard in my life. Oh my god, it's phenomenal. And then he did These Are a Few of My Favorite Things, and my mom and I freaked out. I don't understand why that's a Christmas song, side note, but I love The Sound of Music so much. It's my mom's favorite movie, so we're like, my fave, singing one of my fave songs is a lot. Leslie is so freaking talented, and I'm so proud that we're from the same place. So keeping in the realm of Hamilton, the Hamilton mixtape. Can we discuss that for a hot second? Now, the full mixtape came out today, and I've yet to listen to the rest of it, but as of November, I think it's Quiet Uptown, which Kelly Clarkson did. Come on, her voice. I love Kelly Clarkson, and I love that song so much, and I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I cried. It makes me sound like I cry a lot. Maybe I do cry more than I realized. And then Sia featuring Queen Latifah and Miguel singing Satisfied. Come on. So, and then there was My Shot, which is I think like Busta Rhymes and some other rappers. It's just it's lit, and I can't wait to stop filming this so I can listen to the rest of it. What? This whole production, from like the first time I heard the plot or the synopsis of Hamilton, like, what are you talking about? So every time there's something new involving this music, I'm like, what are you talking about? And Lin-Manuel Miranda is a genius, and he now, I'm gonna sound like a 14-year-old right now, but he favored my tweet, and like I cried at 3 a.m. because he knows that I exist. Anywho, those are my favorites of November. Let me know down there what you loved throughout November, what you're looking forward to in December. I'm obviously looking forward to Christmas, one, and seeing my rectangle babies in a few days. I am looking forward to burning this candle I bought from Marshall's yesterday. It's a peppermint bark candle, and it smells like peppermint and white chocolate, and I am in love. Yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like me, feel free to subscribe. All my places are down there, so we can be buds, and I'll see you very soon. Bye!